Bye. Good morning. Good morning. Should your salon carry Joon? Joon is a hair care product line, a retail product line. And that's what we're going to break down. What is it? Where does it come from? Why does it exist? Who's it for? Should it be for you? And ultimately, at the end of the day, should you carry it? And we are not going to do the, oh, well, since we've gone over everything, the answer is really up to you. I'll tell you right now, at the end of the day, if you're sitting here watching this, yeah, you're probably already trying to figure that out. And once you do figure that out, you don't need us to tell you. It's already, ultimately up to you. It is always up to you. Yes, you should carry it.
Okay. See you guys next week.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It could be that simple.
Wow. You know what? There's a ton to unpack with Joon. I guess we got to start with the history of how you and I found Joon, which was 4 years ago at America's Beauty Show, when Darren sent us over to their booth, and we sat and talked with Jeremiah, right? Jeremiah.
Yeah, I thought it was longer than 4 years, but okay, yeah.
No, it was 4 years. It was when we built the bunker. We had.
Oh, that was earlier. That was longer than that.
No, because we had the flags. It looked like a medieval castle what we built at the show. But anyway, Joon is it. I guess we got to start with their history. It's a Persian company, right?
Persian roots. It's not a Persian company.
Sorry.
It's actually a U.S. company, but it has Persian roots.
Sorry. Thank you for correcting me. So they have Persian roots, and really the roots are about Persian hair care, correct?
Now you got your story straight.
There we go. Well, I was trying. You know what? It's early on a Tuesday morning.
Okay, look, you as the salon owner, here we go. We're going to do a nice interview with each other, and let me teach you about what this product line is.
Tell me what this product line is, sir.
No. You ask questions, and I'll guide you through this conversation.
Okay, so then I think we should just start. We should unpack first the elixir.
You want to go straight into the elixir?
Well, I mean, the elixir is truly the star of the show, isn't it?
The Saffron Hair Elixir is by far the main thing that stands out, the main product that stands out in this brand. An elixir is a fancy word, and any of you, RP players out there, elixirs are like the holy grail of all potions. Okay. Yes, I'm going gaming on this one because it really is the gaming for the hair. Okay, look, you have an oil. Oils, sometimes they sit kind of heavy on the hair, and they do what they do really well, and they're really good for styling. They have their place, most definitely. Serums, on the opposite side of things, they absorb into the hair, but the rest of it evaporates. It's not really for styling. It's more for treatments. So an elixir lives somewhere in the middle.
Right.
It's got the weight of an oil. It's got the lightness of a serum. It does a combination of both, and ultimately is amazing for the hair. You got the best of both worlds from there. The potency and the power to style hair and protect hair like an oil, equally so the efficacy to give it good treatment.
The what?
I don't know if I use the right word. I don't know if that's the right word, but somehow that's in my head.
Okay. Well, we'll go with it because I don't even know what that word means. I need my thesaurus.
Now, the elixir, when you're looking at it, that is the thing that caught my attention from day one. And that's kind of like the story you were alluding to.
Right.
What was that? That was a pedestal it was sitting on, a lit up pedestal.
A lit up pedestal. And when he took it and said, "Here, just put it in your hands," and when I just put it in my hands and the feel afterwards, I just went, "What?" And then he wanted to put it in your hair and rub your scalp.
And it felt amazing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
stuff.
Because there's nothing to put. But anyway, so with the elixir though, what I've found, and I have 2 bottles of it here.
Mhm.
I have one that I use on clients, and I have one in case anybody says, "Yeah, I want it." But when I use it on my clients, they're like, I mean, most of them are like, "What is this witchcraft that you just put into my hair? My hair has never felt like this," in a positive way, not a negative way. I mean, but we all have those hero products though that we love, you know, and I can't put into words exactly the feeling of the hair. It's silky, yet it'll hold a style, yet, you know, yet, back and forth. And especially the way hair feels when you have, I've used it on a couple of people with compromised hair. And it help explain.
So look, the elixir, it has pistachio oil. It's got rose water. It's got honey. I mean, literally, you'll see in the bottle, at the bottom of the bottle, it's got red strips. It's actually saffron.
That's saffron, which is probably one of the most, if not the most expensive spice in the world.
Yeah, it is the most expensive spice in the world. Absolutely. The medicinal benefits for the hair, as far as restoring, repairing, protecting, strengthening the hair, that's what all of those things do. At the same time, when we say it softens the hair, it's equalizing the porosity, it's rejuvenating it. Okay.
Yes. Good point.
That's what's softening the cuticle as far as that goes, which makes it more pliable, which makes it able to shape it into the style you want. Now, if that style is volume, you want it nice and big, it's going to move. If you want it smooth and straight, it's going to do that too. If you want high shine and polish or sheen, vibrancy, intensity, it's got all of that covered all in one. That's the amazingness of this, okay? And that's that feeling that you're talking about, because you can feel the weight to the hair. You can feel the thickness. You can feel the fullness. But sometimes with thickness and fullness, you would get frizz or you'd get this blowed out cuticle, because generally speaking, when we do volume, it raises the cuticle, which makes it rough. That's not what the elixir does in this scenario. It still keeps the cuticle smooth and shut down and closed, but it still gives it that weight and that volume and that fullness, so you can stack, volume as you're styling. And then as far as the silkiness to the hair, it feels silky, how you say silky smooth, right?
Silky smooth.
It feels silky smooth, yet that doesn't mean it's going to be stuck flat to your face. It's still going to have its natural movement and everything.
And you can have some structure to your style.
You're going to have structure to your style. So that's really what you're trying to describe. That's really the power of that elixir. That's what makes it stand out above and beyond anything else. The beautiful thing about it, which is my favorite thing, is that you can cocktail it with, or you can use it standalone by itself, but you can mix it into other products. And I think that in itself is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the king of cocktailing. I will put a bunch of different things together, and adding the elixir is paramount. What I would recommend is just get a bottle of it. Try it on your clients. A little something special.
So here's the cool thing about selling the elixir. And this is what caught my attention immediately. It comes in 2 different sizes, but then they have like little mini sample sizes that you can give out too. And when you see a bottle of it, it looks like a perfume bottle.
The packaging is unbelievable.
It's a glass looking perfume bottle, okay, and it comes in like a perfume looking box. The presentation for this thing is absolutely phenomenal, and at the price point, it's very reasonable for its price point for how it looks. It's an extremely high luxury looking item at a mid-grade price, I would call it, like a very reasonable price. It's not a low-end pricing, so it's not a budget buy option, but just because it looks like a luxury priced item, you're not going to be spending 50, $60 or more
Right.
to get it. So it's
Right.
it's in somewhere in that 20 to 30, 25 to $35 price range.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a very reasonable price range for what it is and for what it does.
It is. It is. So I check it out, guys. The Joon Elixir will change a lot of lives. I firmly believe that.
And that's pretty much the theme and the voice of the brand.
Right.
Between the pistachio oil, the rose water, the saffron, the honey, all the different ingredients that are in there. It's designed to help make the hair soft and smooth, yet still give it that luxury, that good feeling that everybody wants when they touch their hair. And It's not a big line at all. We talk about the elixir, okay, fine. But look, shampoo and conditioner, very straightforward. The only biggest thing I will tell you with this shampoo and conditioner, it is thick.
Less is more.
Oh my gosh, it is super thick. You could literally do one pump of it into your hand, turn your hand upside down, and it is not spilling anywhere. It's not going anywhere. The consistency, the concentration, the potency of it is amazing. And it's got rose petals in it.
Yeah.
Is
that cool?
When you're shampooing at the shampoo, when you're at the shampoo bowl, the client always said, "What is that smell? I love it. That smells so good. What is that?" And I'm like, "Well, it's rose." Yes, and then everybody gets all excited, starts talking.
Right. But I made the mistake, and I did my normal couple of pumps, and next thing I know, the whole bottom of the shampoo bowl, I was like 5 again in a bathtub with bubbles. I was like, "Oh my God, what did I do?" Because I was in shampoo mode, and it just started foaming and foaming and foaming and foaming. I was like, "Whoa!" It was great. It was great. And then you're 100% correct. The first thing that out of the client's mouth is, "That smells so good."
Mm-hmm.
And then when you put the elixir on, they're like, "Oh my God, that smells amazing. Is there anything that smells bad with this stuff?" And I'm like, "No, there isn't." Yeah. And then there's the
hold on.
shampoo conditioner, and then there's this.
There's more things about the shampoo I got to go over for you.
Oh,
too.
Okay, do it.
The packaging for the shampoo comes in 2 sizes. You got your standard size, and then you got your liter size, right? Pumps are included. Pumps are not optional. And I think that's awesome. I think that's really awesome. They're literally telling you you don't need to use a lot of this stuff, and here you can control how much you're using.
Right.
And the bottling for the shampoo and the conditioner are nice and rectangular. They're not, the standard shampoo bottles that just tip over. And because you're using a pump, you're going to be able to get everything out of it. It's not all going to collect at the bottom, and then you got to turn the bottle upside down.
Or cut the bottle in half like I do.
Or cut the bottle in half like you do. So I think that's pretty cool. What were you mentioning the scrub? What were you just mentioning?
I was going to go into the scrub, but I wanted you finish your points.
Yeah. So then the scrub. What was your initial thoughts on the scrub? Because I found out a lot of things about the scrub, which changes my entire outlook on what I was thinking about it.
See, going with the theme that I've always had of, you need healthy soil to grow a healthy plant.
Mm.
Same thing with your scalp. You need a healthy scalp to grow good hair.
Okay.
And I'm a massive, I'm all about getting my head scratched. Me and my dog, we lay there, Um, and the first thing that I noticed was after I used the scrub I used it on myself. I used it on my scalp, and I used the manipulator that they have. How actually clean it felt.
Mm.
I felt like that I really got a lot of the toxicity out of my scalp. And it blew my mind. It really did. Because I've used, a bunch of different, shampoos. I test them out just because I want to know what my client's feeling like on her head. And I was like, wow, this feels really clean. And it's like it's the same feeling after you get your teeth cleaned, where you're driving home and you're like, wow, these, it was that same feeling. So share your information on the scrub, and the manipulator they have is awesome.
That manipulator is awesome. It's silicone. It's not rubber.
Right.
So it's and then it's hypoallergenic somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. And it won't, and because it's silicone, it'll glide through the hair. It won't grab like some of the rubber ones do. You're not pulling your client's hair.
So that's that. That manipulator is pretty nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Especially for the head spot treatments. That stuff is I like that a lot. The clients are liking it a lot as well. When I first heard about the scrub, I'm like, oh man, it's okay. It's exfoliating, so it's got salt in it. And it's like, no, it's not got salt in it.
No.
I'm like, oh, okay. So then it's a sugar based. And I just automatically by default went that direction, but I was wrong. It's not salt based. It's not sugar based. That exfoliant, it's actually plant cellulose. It's bamboo.
Oh yeah, I read that. I remember that now. Yeah.
And bamboo is extremely hydrating. It's extremely, extremely hydrating. So the fact that they were able to get it that way, the exfoliation that's happening, it's far more gentle onto the scalp, which in turn onto the hair. It's far less abrasive onto the hair.
Right.
That is huge. Simultaneously with the bamboo, it's moisturizing. That's phenomenal. And the scrub is not only a scrub, but it's actually a surfactant. It's actually a shampoo / scrub as well. That hybrid approach changes a lot of the way you think about approaching a scrub, because you're not just putting it on, massaging it in, letting it sit, and then rinsing it out. And then you're having to do 2-3 shampoos afterwards to get it out. It's releasing itself from the scalp. So it's bringing everything to the surface, all the free radicals, it's bringing it all to the surface. It's releasing itself out afterwards. So then whatever's left over from the hair that it wants is all the hydrating benefits that the bamboo gives. That's the phenomenal thing about that, the scrub from Joon.
It's amazing bamboo, how far bamboo has come in our lives. I mean, I was at the store not that long ago. They make bamboo based toilet paper. I guess it's more eco conscious or eco friendly or something like that. I just noticed that. It's funny you brought it up because that just came to me. I was like, oh yeah, I noticed that. I went, bamboo toilet paper. That can't be comfortable. But it's the cellulose that comes from bamboo.
Yeah. Of course, here's me thinking about an actual stalk of bamboo, and you're like, all right, yeah.
You're trying to think if you can get away with it?
I've seen Kung Fu Panda. I seen how he does the karate moves with the bamboo stick,
So we've covered the couple of talk me through, because I didn't get a chance to go, and I've only seen the video for the head spa treatment.
The head spa treatment is really it's a standalone service You can use any products with it, but the Joon brand of retailing just naturally fits and goes along with the head spa treatment. The scrub that we just talked about, combined with the scalp manipulations and the massage techniques and the scientific brushing and everything else that's included part of that service, it naturally breaks up all the buildup onto the hair. So then that scrub will help remove and exfoliate and cleanse the scalp. Okay, fine. Then you follow up with the rose shampoo. I mean, and we're just talking about how everybody loves the way that smells and the consistency of how thick that is. You know, you're getting a really nice, clean washing out of that, right? Throughout the procedure, you're using the elixir. You can use the elixir with the scrub. You can use the elixir with the shampoo. You can use the elixir straight standalone by itself. The elixir is used all throughout the head spa treatment. And it's just absolutely, you go for an hour massage for a full body massage. Just imagine that just focused on your scalp and on your temples. And the amount of relaxation that you're getting is, I tell you, as a stylist performing the service, it's relaxing to me doing it. I can only imagine how nice it is for the person getting it. It has been so popular. I haven't had a chance. I've had to reschedule myself a few times now because, when it was my turn, somebody else came in and goes, "Oh, what are you getting done?" Start talking about it. And right there on the spot, I just gave them my spot because we ended up upselling it right then and there,
Right.
It's really, really wild.
Now the cool thing is the thing that I want, and maybe Santa will bring it to me this year for Christmas, is the true head spa. This thing's like a halo that shoots water and you can just go.
So there's a couple of different versions of the unit. There's a lot of different ways you can go. You can go with a plumbing version. You can go with a non-plumbing version.
Right. Portable.
You can even, I've seen people doing attachments to their shampoo bowl. So they're still using their existing shampoo bowl. They're just adding on the pieces to it. Joon has a bunch of equipment, or Joon works alongside a bunch of equipment, I should say. They don't have their own branded equipment, but they work alongside a company that has equipment. And it's really phenomenal how that all works out, because you could get the bed with the shampoo bowl and it's all connected as one. You could just get the shampoo bowl by itself. You could get the attachments for the shampoo bowl, or you could get the portable unit. And that's the one I got, was the portable unit. And I have a separate massage bed, the portable unit. The portable unit has obviously the shampoo bowl, the shampoo hose. It's self-contained. You fill it up. It has its own heat regulator in there as well too. But then you have the halo ring is attached to it. There is an additional steamer unit with a hood cap that goes over.
Yeah.
And you can infuse steam into the service while you're doing everything else. Plus, it's got a red light therapy built into it as well. I mean, it's just the whole thing is all self-contained in one unit. It's really awesome.
Right. See, the cool part is what I love is the head spa treatments that are becoming very prevalent in what we're doing in the beauty industry. Mm-hmm. And Joon is just, it's like next level. It's like, there's the head spa treatments, and then Joon is like up here, because the feel, first off, seeing your client go completely turn into a puddle of goo by the time you're done, and then to have them do this with their, just nonstop doing this with their hair. That's the ultimate compliment, is it not? When your client can't stop touching their hair, don't you go, yeah, I did something good. It blows my mind. But I love the fact that we are now more and more paying attention to the scalp, the condition of the scalp, and really moving forward with that full head treatment. And not only are we doing hair, we got to take care of their scalp. We've got to take care of this whole thing for our clients. And I think it's huge. And I think that it is an awesome revenue source. It is another revenue, source of revenue for you with not only because I've been doing deep conditioning treatment since the dawn of time. Back in the day when we would just take freaking cholesterol, comb it through their hair section by section, wrap them in plastic wrap, and we'd stick them under the dryer for 15 minutes. I mean, that's back in the day. That's what we did, and now it's just come so far, and
now shampooing for an hour trying to get all that cholesterol out.
Look, I still remember when I was in beauty school, they used to bus in the people from the old folks home.
Okay.
And the old ladies that would come in with like a week and a half of Aquanet in her hair, and you'd hit it with the water and it would beat up like their hair was turtle waxed. And you'd have to shampoo them twice, 3 times before you'd even get a lather.
Oh my God.
And then and that's why the poor things they were sealing their scalp. That's why they ended up with 4 hairs by the time everything was said and done. But to go all the way back then to where we are now with the products that we have at our disposal, and especially something like Joon, where you can really market. You're marketing it. You can market the service. Not only you can retail the elixir and the shampoo and the conditioner, and send them home. And the coolest thing is when I send them home with the shampoo and conditioner, and I always tell them, I go, remember, less is more. Because human nature is to go, right? No, you don't need that. You're gonna get the fun bubbles from about from about this much. You will get fun bubbles, because isn't it funny how your clients think that if they're not getting bubbles, it's not getting clean?
I mean, we used to say it's all in the suds. We had that expression.
Because if you remember back in the day when sulfate became bad, sulfate bad, and all those shampoos wouldn't lather, and you'd have to reassure your client, no, your hair's getting clean, but it doesn't bubble. You get both. You get both with the Joon shampoo and conditioner, because you're getting the hair clean, you're getting the fun bubbles. The clients feel like they're getting something, and then the conditioner when the hair feels afterwards, the slip that is in the hair afterwards. Come on. We're it's so cool where we're headed as an industry about people and self-care, and really having products like this come to market where it's not just, a fake scent and there's enough carnauba wax in it that the hair actually feels, silky smooth. Okay. But where you're actually able to not only behind the chair, but the client can take it home and actually do treatments for themselves and feel good about what's being done for their hair. I think it's awesome. I think it's cool.
It is awesome. And the whole brand overall is 6 products. You got shampoo, conditioner, the scrub, the elixir that we just talked about, and then you got the Katira mousse and the Persian spray.
Oh, so right. Oh God, we forgot about the mousse and the spray.
Oh, we were talking about nothing.
Okay. All right, I forgot. Sorry.
How do I explain this to you? It's a liquid mousse, but it's dry. And
it's got
hold on it is a medium, is a nice medium hold. It's a solid medium hold, but you can run your fingers through it. So like unpack that. How do I put that into better words? Because I'm struggling with that. I'm trying to explain it.
I have not played with the mousse, so you kind of got me at a loss here. Okay. But what is in the mousse? Do you know?
Yeah, Katira is the main driving force for it. So everything about Joon is about smoothing, making the hair anti-humectant, and giving it shine. You got to think about this. With that Persian heritage, that type of hair, okay, when you're thinking about Egyptian hair, it's first of all, they have hair for like 5 people. You're talking about a lot of hair. You're talking about a thick, coarse, strong, resistant cuticle. You're talking about this beautiful, beautiful wave, natural S pattern wave going through the hair. Now, if you want to style that kind of hair and you want to keep that kind of finger wave motion going in there, the chances for a frizz or the chances for flyaways is really, really high. So you need something to control and navigate, that pattern to keep it in place. And if you're trying to blow that hair straight, it's like arm day at the gym. Okay. It's a lot of hair to be blowing out. So what you don't want is to put product in there. You start blowing it all out, and then halfway through the product is dead because all the hair absorbed it all like a sponge, So you need something with some weight behind it to stay in there, to give it some hold. That's where this Katira mousse comes in. You run the risk, though, sometimes with liquid mousses getting too sticky or too heavy.
Right.
And then you got that feeling afterwards in the hair, right? And this doesn't do that. That's why I'm trying to say, like, you give it the first couple of pumps, you're working it through, and it starts drying up in your hands. It doesn't stay that wet stickiness. So when you start pulling it through the hair and you start combing it out, you're like, oh man, this feels really good. I made the mistake of going, maybe I need a little bit more, because it distributed so evenly and so nicely through the hair. I'm like, did I put enough in here? I don't know what's going on. I'm like, all right. So you're blowing out, and you're like, oh, it's holding together. This is really nice. Oh, this is really, really nice. Whoa, this is cool. You're going through the stages as you're doing the style, because you're seeing the style come together, stay together. That is pretty impressive. That is really impressive.
Right. Once again, like I haven't had, I'm going to put that on my order for this week because I want some of that. Especially because we're going to be getting into the humid months here in Illinois where, we're going to have 90 degrees and 80% humidity, and the day before we'll have a snowstorm. But humidity is a bit, how many times have you done a style and you watch her walk out into the parking lot, and as she walks across the parking lot, the humidity outside has just destroyed everything you did.
Yeah, it has.
And that's the cool part about it. If you really, like you said, you think about the Persian roots of these products, where with Persia, it's very Persian hair is coarse. Persian hair it's beautiful. But shine was always important. I mean, we could bring up your favorite person in history.
I think that's where she discovered pistachio oil and honey and rose water and rose petals and saffron. Yeah.
Eddie, for those of you that haven't been with us for long, Eddie has a thing for Cleopatra.
I definitely have a thing for Cleopatra.
And we actually did, way back in the day, we did Beauty Secrets. We did a show, an episode, Beauty Secrets of Cleopatra. And a lot of these things were in it. Honey, goat's milk, rose water, all the things that, that they used to find in nature that they used to use in their hair. And, a lot of, I think we even traced it back that a lot of today's beauty standards, beauty systems started back in Persia, Mesopotamia, back there, back in the, pre-dawn of civilization.
Hey man, she's OG influencer.
There it is. She was the OG influencer. I don't know about how many of us can afford to fill a bathtub full of goat's milk and take a bath in it, but hey.
good to be the queen.
It's good to be the queen. Yeah. Isn't that what you tell Carmelina all the time?
That's right. I adore her too.
But anyway, I love the fact that there are still companies in what we do that are coming out with products that really, really benefit the client. And it's not about just, put it in the client's, put it in a bag and send the client home with it, where there's method to the madness of using the product.
Yeah.
That gets me more excited than almost anything.
Have you played with the Persian spray?
Yes.
So have you tried using it as a working spray, not just only a finishing spray?
Is it persimmon, Eddie?
Okay, persimmon. I can't pronounce nothing. Persimmon. That's the way to say it. What do I keep calling it permission?
Persimmon or whatever you were saying.
I don't know.
I was giving it, this is the new kinder, gentler me. And that's why I was letting you go with it for a couple of minutes. But what's a persimmon, Eddie? It's a fruit.
Yes. It's a tasty, tasty treat. Is what it is.
Yes, now I'm going to start calling it the persimmon. The persimmon spray. I like it. Once again, it's a medium hold. It's not a hard hold. I like it. For that soft hold, where there's still movement in the style. And it's no VOC, or is it low VOC?
No, it's a liquid. It's not an aerosol.
Right. There's no VOC. Jesus, guys, I'm sorry. I'm staring at a different hairspray right here in front of me. It's a great working spray.
What the hell are you on about right now?
Don't mind me. I'm having a bad day. We're talking about hairspray, and I'm staring at another hairspray on the other side of this.
Oh, so that's what's making you think of that. I'm like,
I went completely sideways. Sorry, guys.
No, it's a liquid. It's a liquid spritz spray.
Yep.
It's really, the hold for finishing is really, really nice. What impressed me more than the hold was the fact that you can use it as a working spray for your iron work as well too. Or iron work. How do you say iron?
Iron.
So being able to hold a curl, being able to do a barrel curl or a beachy wave, it works out really, really nice as well. So
are beach waves
pretty good sizes?
Yeah. Are beach waves still a thing?
Yeah, sure.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's the evolution of everything, right? We went from stick straight to beachy waves to curls. Now we're going with texture. People wanting texture. After all the broccoli head boys, now girls are wanting to get perms again,
Perms are coming back. As much as that gives me anxiety, but
perms are coming back because of the broccoli heads. And I don't know what else do you call
I think we should do an episode just about the broccoli heads, but that's beside the point. Because there's things I don't understand, and you being younger than me, maybe you'll be able to explain it to me. Explain it to my old self.
I'll be able to explain to you why.
Because you have your finger on the pulse of the clientele.
Oh.
So, Eddie, does Joon make sense to have in your business?
From a cost perspective, for both the salon and the clientele, I put it in the mid-grade range. I think that works out really, really nicely. I'm a big proponent for Made in USA. So they're based out of Texas. I mean, that fits my little check mark personally. If that matters to anybody else, if it doesn't matter, then that's fine. The reason why, even if it doesn't matter to you, it's important to understand that's half the cost. It's not being imported in with tariffs and customs and all that other stuff. It's all research and developed, bottled, packaged, and shipped local. So local business standards, that's your price points because of that. So that's how you're able to get luxury looking, luxury feeling, luxury acting product for an affordable cost. So there's that side of it. As far as the clients goes, I mean, all of the packaging is decent sizes. We're talking about 8 ounces to 12 ounce sizes. That's a pretty good size, And the concentration for these products, none of these are watered down. They're going to last. They're definitely going to last. So you're definitely getting your value out of it as well, too. And then the bottles are sexy as hell. The packaging looks cool. So putting it on the shelf is going to grab attention just by that alone. So that's really nice,
Right.
I'm all for it. It's a big yes from me. So, oh yeah, absolutely. You should carry it in your shop. 6 SKUs. You're not even talking about that big of an extensive catalog either.
Right.
It does what it does. It does what it does very specifically for the people that it does it for. If you need more than that, then skip this one. I don't know. If you need to have 20 different bottles doing 20 different things where 15 of them kind of overlap and do similar of each other, but do one thing separate, go for it. I'm all for that too. I have a brand that does that. I'm all for it, But then I have the Joon products alongside it because it does what it does very, very well. And at the end of the day, what are we really talking about? It's for your type of hair. Some people are going to have thicker, coarser, curlier hair. Some people are going to have thicker, more resistant, straighter hair. Some people are going to have thinner, softer hair that they want volume and some people are going to have just normal density, normal texture hair. At the end of the day, everybody wants shine. Everybody wants silky smooth. Everybody wants frizz resistant, humidity resistant, and everybody wants something where they're not having to make a decision between groceries and products.
Right.
This fits the bill for everything all the way around,
Right. And I just want hair.
You just want hair. Well, come to Rosemont, Illinois this weekend coming up because America's Beauty Show is going to be there. And Joon is going to have a booth at the show. So if you're a local stylist or if you're flying in for America's Beauty Show because it's a huge show, I think it's the 3rd largest one in the U.S., come check us out at the Joon booth. John will have a beer with you. I'll give you some education on it.
Wait, I'm allowed to come?
Yeah, because you're going to get us drinks.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, we need somebody with an ID to buy us drinks. And then if you're not going to come to the hair show this weekend, in May 11th in Downers Grove, we're going to be doing a head spa treatment class. So definitely check it out at htbbeauty.com. Sign up for that one, and then you can learn everything about head spa.
And everything about Joon.
You can learn about the Joon products as well,
Absolutely. Or reach out to us. That was 45 minutes on Joon. That's pretty amazing. I mean, you and I can't say enough positive things about it. If you like what we do, guys, please come to HTB Beauty, check out what we got going on. And we really appreciate everybody. We have, I guess we're picking up fans as we go, or people that just, I don't even have words. But we want to thank everybody that helps us out and everybody that makes this all possible. Eddie and I have been doing this now for a good while, and we appreciate all of you. HTBbeauty.com. Guys, we ask you, make a difference with your client, one client at a time. We greatly appreciate you. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, for sure. And on the website in the next 2 weeks, we'll have our education calendar for the spring by all of your requests for all of you watching this and sending us messages, asking us about education. We're putting together a class schedule for May, June, and July for all of you, So yeah, catch you next week.
Bye, guys.
The SFTB podcast was not recorded in front of a live studio audience, so thanks for joining us for today's episode. If our hair topics made you smile, give us a thumbs up. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll read them while waiting for our caller to process. Share this video with your stylists and friends. It helps us make a difference, one strand at a time. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Because your hair deserves all the latest and greatest tips.